OK. On est bon?
OK.
So,
We can hear ourselves there.
hello everyone, I'm Anna. I'm a key account manager at Odoo, and I'm today here with one of my partner, Idealis, Charlie, and one of my clients, François from Van Hool, and we are here today to explain you about their customer success story. So, in order to start, maybe I will let you, François, explain who is Van Hool and what are the key elements we need to know about Van Hool before going further into the details.
Yeah. Good afternoon. You can hear us okay? Everybody? Yeah, we can. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good afternoon. Nice to meet you all. My name is François indeed. I'm working as a digital transformation manager at Van Hool. Van Hool, maybe if you're in Belgium, you know this name. We are a Belgian bus, coaches, and industrial vehicles manufacturer. So we are a Belgian company, family-owned company. We are 75 years old, so it started just after the Second World War. At the moment, we are with 3,500 employees in both Belgium and in Northern Macedonia, where we have a second factory. So you can see there the kind of vehicle that we make. Our positioning on the market, we actually offer two values to our customers, quality and flexibility. Quality, it means we build only premium quality vehicles. So of course in buses and coaches, like in every domain, you also have more entry-level vehicles. We don't build that. And the second one, we make a lot of tailor-made vehicles. So the value proposition there is, on one hand, for our customers, we adapt our products to the business needs of our customers, so to the business of our customers, while at the competition, they have to adapt their business to the products that the competition is offering. And we also go for a low TCO, a low total cost of ownership. We all know quality costs a little bit more when you purchase it, but on the long run, and here definitely these vehicles, they are there for 5, 10, 15 years. Then of course the total cost on these 10 or 15 years is of course much lower for our customers. So a huge value proposition on the market, but also a very complex one to deliver definitely for the tailor-made vehicles, because yeah, buses, coaches, these are complex products.
Of course they are. Okay, nice. So thank you very much for this first explanation. And now let's move on to your digital transformation project. So maybe first you can explain us why this digital transformation project was at first considered as a huge challenge at Van Hool.
Yes, so you saw it, we are a company 75 years old. And so you can imagine the history that we take with us. And it's also the same on the IT side, on the digital side. So the biggest application that we use, our ERP, is still an in-house built application. It comes from the mainframe world. It's called Mapper from Unisys. It's 40 years old, so they started developing that 40 years. So you can imagine all the layers of development through the years of the people that came in and came out and forgot about the processes and asked for new features. So it's a huge, huge, huge box. Black screen, like a mainframe with little characters in green or in blue. And aside of that, we also have more than 150 different applications. Most of them are also in-house developed. And sometimes they're a little bit integrated, sometimes not. I said that I would try to stay positive, but it's difficult. It's a mess. Right? Let's call it like it is. There is no global vision, there is no global digital vision, or there was no global digital vision or no digital roadmap. And also the digital maturity of the teams is quite low.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a lot of things to change. So digital transformation, I always say the digital side, that's okay, I know. The transformation side,
More complicated.
that will be complicated.
Okay, so now we understand better why a lot of companies often are reluctant to start such a big digital transformation project, but I guess that the good start point here is to have a well-defined roadmap that will guide you through this entire project. So maybe could you please explain us what was your roadmap for this project?
Yes. So if I summarize what we do, you still hear me, yeah? If I summarize what we do, obviously we do sales of new vehicles, we do engineering, procurement, production, and after sales. A typical value chain that you probably recognize. Of course, we have the horizontal stuff like finance, HR, IT, and so on, of course. The idea was to say, look, we need to go to a data-driven architecture. We need to have a foundation based on data so that we can analyze the data and not only work on, you know, the person that's shouting the loudest, but that really based on facts. And so through the value chain, there are actually 6 elements, and I call these the 360-degree views that we want to manage. These are customers and, of course, suppliers. These are all our products, from a vehicle down to the latest component with all the sub-assemblies in the middle. We have the stock of vehicles, stock of assemblies, stock of components. We have our margin, very important element. And then, of course, our employees, even more important element. And finally, the financial aspect. And the idea is to organize everything around 360-degree views around these 6 elements so that we can analyze that and manage the value chain, drive the value chain using the insights that we get. And so the global idea, and we are not there yet, of course, but it's to come from 150 applications to actually 5 platforms. One platform for business intelligence, of course, that's important for management, but then for the customers, one platform that I call CRM, because most of the people know that word, but it's much more than just one CRM solution. A PLM solution, product lifecycle management solution, an ERP solution, and a human resource management solution. And then, of course, when looking at that, okay, we started searching for solutions for that. And we came to the conclusion, we can go even one step further because CRM in Odoo is great. ERP in Odoo for manufacturing of complex vehicles is also probably great. In the meantime, we know that it will be great. HR is also covered. Then, of course, PLM. No, PLM is too specific. I'm not expecting from Odoo to have a specific solution for bus and coach manufacturing in PLM. Of course not. That's not the business of Odoo. And BI, we'll see.
Okay, nice. So this being said, I'm now curious, why did you choose Odoo for this transformation? So
for me, the #1 success criteria of a digital transformation project is the customer adoption, is the user adoption. Are the users using the new digital solutions and do they change their way of working? That's how you measure the success of a digital transformation. And so it's not digital, it's transformation. I say sometimes that it's a human transformation via digital. And so there, of course, the #1 criteria why Odoo came as #1 is, of course, its ease of use. And I don't know what is happening in Odoo. I never saw that in my previous careers. But people love using Odoo. It's fun. Sometimes I have the feeling they do not work, they play in Odoo, you know? And so that was a very big element. But then, of course, aside to that, you have of course, the functional coverage is there. The flexibility, you know, we come from a situation at Van Hool, we build everything. We build everything. When we make a bus, in the past, when the customer was asking for a fridge, we built a fridge. We didn't purchase a fridge, we built a fridge. No, that's not the case anymore, but we built full kitchens in our buses. Sometimes we say to laugh, if you want a swimming pool on the roof of the bus, we'll make it. So this flexibility is very, very important. And so it needs to be reflected as well in the tool that we will use. The next one up is the fact that everything is integrated, and that's what I just mentioned, of course. We saw, okay, if we can have CRM together with the ERP functionalities, or whole logistic, manufacturing, purchasing, accounting, all in the same application, and human resource, very, very interesting. And the last one, let's face it, yes, it was said this morning as well, it's an affordable solution, and both in terms of license cost, but also in terms of implementation cost. And so these are the 4 criteria that, to me, are quite, it's very, very strong. There's nobody on the market to beat that.
It's nice to hear that customers in real value the same elements that we want to highlight. So thank you for this explanation and your testimonials. So maybe now we can focus on how did you start the project and where are you now?
Yes, so you can imagine it's a big mountain that we have to climb, right? It's not easy. So I could say, okay, why we go straight up, but then I know that nobody would be able to follow and everybody at the top would be like not able to follow. So I took some time to think about that. I discussed with a lot of people, of course, and then I came to the conclusion, look, what is the most important thing for a company? It's its customers. It all starts and ends with the customer. The customers pay our salaries. And it's also the start and the end of the value chain. We start selling to customers, and then we do services to the customers. And so we started from the left to the right, with marketing, sales, and so we started with the CRM. And you see there as well, very shortly mentioned CPQ, configure price quote, which is also a very hot topic. Then if you continue, of course, on the value chain, you have the engineering. The engineering, it's mainly done in the PLM, the CAD systems, the product development and product management systems. Then, of course, you have the whole ERP. And then, of course, the services, and we are back in the CRM for the service part, for the help desk, and so on. Also, I didn't want to, the ERP, manufacturing, it's the heart of Van Hool, right? And I didn't want to make an open heart surgery because I think I would have killed Van Hool. So I thought, okay, I will first, replace the legs, then replace the arms, and then step by step replace stuff.
Great.
And so we made the first pilot, very short pilot, with the IT team.
Okay.
And we initiated there the help desk and project management, typical topics that you have in IT, but knowing that all these processes, I find them exactly the same in engineering, at finance, at production, at after sales. It's a request from a customer. Here for us, these are the colleagues who are creating tickets and making requests to the IT, or if it's a customer making a request to the after sales, it's actually the same process. You answer to that short time process in the help desk. Once it's longer than that, okay, you move to the project and you manage it as a project. So that was the first pilot. And then it's brand new. We launched our CRM on the 30th of October, so 2 weeks ago. It's a combination of the CRM app of Odoo, the sales app of Odoo, and the project app of Odoo. And why? Because we sell investment good, right? A coach, it costs more than your house, right? So we sell it to B2B. So there is a huge process, a lot of controls and of checks and validations that needs to happen before we say yes, that the customer signs, that we sign. And so it's typically a project. And it's the whole company, it's the whole organization who is involved at that time. And so since the 30th of October, I have only for the sales process, right? From the first contact down to the moment that the customer signs, that we countersigns. I have the whole organization on Odoo working with that because it's going through everybody. It's going through finance, through engineering, through compliance, through way, through after sales, through everybody.
Great.
So we start with that. And now we are actively working together with our partner Idealis on the help desk for after sales. And you see the arrows there because we are just replicating what we made for IT and for the CRM. We are replicating that for after sales. And we are replicating it as well for the engineering department.
Great.
Step by step.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And all of this couldn't be achieved without the help of Idealis. So maybe could you please, Charlie, explain us quickly how Idealis helped Van Hool in this transformation? What is the added value of Idealis? And who is Idealis in general?
Sure. So obviously, yes, this is a major project. Any customer is obviously, changing the heart of the customer when you're changing the ERP system. So in this case here, what they did was that they needed to have the help of a partner to accompany them in this adventure. And thank you for choosing us first. And so Idealis, we are very well implemented in Belgium, in Luxembourg, in France. You can see that we are a gold partner. We've been there for 12 years. We are in the top 3 in Europe in 2022, and we hope to be nominee tonight. So please stay tuned to see whether we make it. And we've been existing for 16 years. We've done Odoo, we've done other ERP that I will not mention, but just so that you know. And basically, yes, around 100 people, many projects ongoing. So yes, we've been around for quite a while, and we've been able to help a lot of people all over Belgium. That was point number 1. Point number 2 is that Idealis is just not a company, it's a group. And within the group, we have different activities that we can do to help the customer to basically do all this transformation and all this change. The first thing is that, obviously, we support as a partner. We help companies typically like Van Hool to understand their needs, to go and to go step by step. And exactly the way that François has explained, we don't try to change everything at once. We don't try to change the heart of the company immediately. We help them go step by step and have easy victory, the same way as Odoo would say and would suggest to do for their customer. We fully comply with that. So we have a team dedicated for the ERP implementation and for the support and the development. We have also some solutions that we use with our customer and that basically aggregate the needs of many of our customers that we had, for example, BI analytics or related to quality or to pharmaceutical or to HR. We basically help the customer to implement them by providing them directly. And it is cheaper for the customer, it is faster, and it really helps the implementation. It's safer also. And also, key point, in a big company, typically like Van Hool, you do have a lot of people that you need to put on board, and changing the way of working, that is not easy. That means changing their tool, changing the way of working. And what we do is we help train them. We have an academy, and that is basically one of the key advantage that we can bring to basically keep people on board and making sure that they understand the advantage of the tool, how easy it is, how effective it is, because, well, you were mentioning about transformation. Yes, really, implementing an ERP is a core transformation, and it is quite difficult to do in that sense. Okay. And that's how basically we've been helping Van Hool, but you can see that it's not only Van Hool, we had many of other reference in Belgium and in Europe, and so we've been glad to be part of the adventure and to help you guys to implement. And as you said, we had the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. We have other waves to come because we start from the beginning, from the customer, from the end, the customer, but you have to go closer and closer to the heart of the business, in this case manufacturing, and making sure you guys can manage how you make buses.
Great. Thank you, Charlie, for this explanation. So maybe to sum up, we can end with a question about your users. So how do they value Odoo at the moment, and how this digital transformation impacted already the company at Van Hool?
Yeah, well, I mentioned it. So for me, a digital transformation project for a whole company, it's a human transformation project. And you do it via digital. And so you really need to care and to make sure that the people are on the boat and that they are really following. And so there, the first thing that you need to have is to make sure that the people understand what will be the value for them. It's what's in it for me. That's the first element. You need to convince about that. But just that is not enough. You also need that they see what's in it, if it's working, what's in it for the company, right? So they need to see that it's a part of a bigger project, of a bigger vision, of a bigger roadmap, because everybody likes to contribute, or everybody likes to work for a certain project. And the third one is, of course, that everybody needs to understand what's in it for the customer, that we align everybody as well on the customer. Because at the end, it's all about the customer experience and the customer satisfaction. And in order to have a great customer experience and great customer satisfaction, you need great processes and you need great tools to support these processes. And with Odoo, we saw that in what's in it for me, they see it immediately. They see, yes, suddenly my job is much easier, much more fun to do every day. And actually, they are even asking for more now. So it's really, really, really fun. Then also seeing what's in it for the company. They also see the global vision. They see where we are going, what the project will be. They see that there is a new platform coming, a new global solution, not only for just the small CRM project or project management or helpdesk, but really transforming the whole company. And then, of course, starting with the CRM project and with the helpdesk for after-sales project, they also see what is the value for the customer. Better communication, more transparency with the customer, highest relationship and partnerships with our customers.
Great. Thank you very much. And I can't wait to see where we are going to be in 1 year from now.
Yep.
Any questions, maybe?
Do you have any questions? You can use the pad if there are some questions.
Should I? No. You see the pad, or should I go? Oh, yeah. Okay.
No. But That's good then.
No questions.
No question.
Good.
So we good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.